Hi, broadcasting live from El Arenal, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. On the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we try to bring all of the benefits and joys of living in Mexico. Hi, thank you for joining us. Today we have a special guest, and her name is Lucie. She's a super tour guide. I met Lucie last week, and I spent Tuesday and Wednesday with her, 5 hours a day. She gave me fabulous tours through the Colima area. And we have a 27-minute interview with her. All of her contact information is at the bottom of the description below. You can visit her website and get all the details on how she can inform you on these wonderful places that she gives tours for. A little bit of background on Lucie. She came to visit Mexico more than 20 years ago when she was 18 years old. She planned on staying for 3 months and she never left. Lucie speaks fluent Spanish, English, and French. Lucie gives Tequila tours. Lucie gives Guadalajara tours. Lucie gives Volcano tours. Lucie gives Tlaquepaque tours. Lucie gives Comala tours. Lucie gives Colima tours. And she offers many more tours. Lucie gives half-day tours. Lucie gives one-day tours. Lucie can spend the week with you. Again, all of Lucie's contact information is at the bottom of the description, and she gives you all her pricing and shows you all the fabulous places that you can go with her. Before I met Lucie, I had never been to Colima before, and I needed to take 2 taxis and 3 buses to get there, and she helped me precisely plan every step of the trip. She directed me to a wonderful hotel that was very nice and affordable. Lucie has lots of information. She's so exciting, and she doesn't stop when she's taking you on a tour. It's very relaxing, informative. The sights you see will blow you away. The information that she will give you is just, it's amazing. You'll be so happy. Lucie is fabulous. Let's meet Lucie. Okay, Lucie.
Great. Hi,
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. And you, Bill?
Very good, very good. We had an excellent tour
Yeah,
just a
it
couple
was
of
lots of
days
fun.
ago. You did such an excellent job, and I want to tell everybody about your services today. So
Thank you very much.
let's get started. What type of tours do you do?
The type of tours that I do within the Colima region or Comala region are a bit of mix of nature and cultural and a bit of culinary, just so that I try to show people a little bit of everything from the region so they really get a feel for it. And obviously a lot of the times people have certain requests, so I will customize tours for them, give them a bunch of options, and see what fits their needs. And basically, just trying to give a good perspective of the region.
Okay. And what cities can people request a tour for?
So right now, I'm currently based out of Comala, Colima, the state of Colima. So I, on my website, there's a section that says Explore Comala, and in there are different tours, different tour routes that I offer. Keeping in mind that the customized aspect is also available at any time. So pretty much anywhere in the state of Colima, because I've lived many years in Guadalajara. I also started I have given tours in Guadalajara and the surrounding areas. So downtown Guadalajara, Tlaquepaque, even to Tequila, tours like that. But those, it will depend. It's upon requests and depending on my availability, because I'm again based in Colima.
Okay. So what about I can't say the name of this city very well, but is it Manzanilla or the port town? Uh,
In Manzanillo,
yes.
is a bit out of the way from where normally I focus my tours. The
Hmm.
tours that I focus on are really from I think like the furthest one out from Comala and the city of Colima is to the beach town of Cuyutlan, where we do a mangrove tours, and we visit a turtle sanctuary and the salt mines as well. So that is the closest I get to Manzanillo. So normally when I offer transportation, it's normally based out of Comala and the city of Colima.
Okay. Now, where are you from? Where are you from, and how long have you lived in Mexico? Because you took me to so many places in Coloma
Comala.
and Comala. I'm still trying to figure out how to say it, and Colima, and I was astounded. The trip was so I mean, we were together for 2 days for about 5 or 6 hours a day, and I was just astonished the whole day. I was buzzed up the historical sites, all the information that you gave me. You're like an encyclopedia of information. But how long have you been in Mexico, and where are you from?
So I was born and raised in Montreal, Canada. I lived there until I was about 18. And then I moved down to Puerto Vallarta. I was supposed to stay there for 3 months to do a language immersion program to learn Spanish. And I ended up staying. And now it's been 21 years. So the city where I lived the longest was in Guadalajara. That's where I studied university and built my life around there. And now in Comala, I've been here for 7 years.
Please leave a comment. Tell us what you think. We love to hear your comments, and if you like the video, please click the like button. Okay. Okay. So you live in Comala.
I live in Comala, yes.
Okay. 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 Oh, okay. Given all of the places that you've lived in Mexico, why do you live in Comala? You've lived in Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, and now you're here. Why, of all of your time that you've been in Mexico, why do you live there?
Uh, I I chose Comala after, I think it was because I was getting a little bit tired of the big city vibe of Guadalajara. Although at that given time, the cultural life was really starting to emerge, and it was becoming a really interesting city to live in, culturally speaking. But I was getting a bit tired of the hustling and bustling of the city. And every time I would come to visit Comala, I just felt in awe with nature, and mainly the volcano. The volcano has an interesting energy that attracts certain people to this place, to this land, and I really felt a draw. The same way I felt that same draw when I first landed in Puerto Vallarta. Before doing my language immersion program, I went on holidays there, and I immediately felt a connection with Puerto Vallarta. And that was what prompted me to go back there to do my language immersion program. And so the same thing happened when I came here to Comala. It's a small town. It's considered a pueblo mágico, a magical town. It has lots of charm. What I like to tell people though is, because a lot of the times people hear about Comala for their botaneros, which are kind of like the tapas restaurants that they offer, and people just walk around the square and they say, oh, that's it. I've visited Comala, but for me, Comala is everything that's around the town. The nature, just the sight of the volcano up front in your face is pretty impressive. And so I just immediately knew that this was going to be my new home, and I've been happy so far living here.
Okay. Uh, uh, this is kind of off the subject, kind of not off the subject, but uh, you took me to the volcano, and there's some mountains in front of the volcano, and we were looking at these mountains, and you said there are 7 types of feline animals that live in here, including jaguars. Can you tell us a little? Can you expand upon that a bit, please?
So sure, of course. So there are actually 5 different feline species in that mountain chain. It's part of the Sierra Madre Occidental, so the Western Sierra that runs all along the western side of Mexico, and the mountain that's in front of us is called Cerro Grande, which is a huge mountain. It's called Big Mountain, basically. And in there, there's a biosphere. So there's a forest in that protected area, and there have been sightings of all these feline species that are there. So the jaguar, the ocelot, the mountain lion, and I can't recall now the other ones, but it is it's part of the diversity of the entire region. And what I find amazing about Colima as a state is that it's very, very diverse. You can be, by along the coast and have, tropical kind of climate, to going up towards the mountain, and here in Comala, which is a subtropical climate, and then you drive up maybe 20 minutes, and then you're at a different you have different flora and different ecosystem going on. So it's really diverse, and it's you can drive a short distance and just be in a different world.
Okay. Okay. Also, you took me to a coffee kind. I don't know what you would, a coffee farm. Like you took. Can you tell the people? I mean, you took me to so many places and gave me so much history. Can you tell us about the coffee place we went to?
So what a lot of people, what they don't know about the state of Colima is that it's actually a coffee region. Everyone raves about the coffee of Chiapas or Oaxaca or Veracruz, which are the main, coffee producers in the country. But Colima, although has a smaller production, but it is also considered a coffee region and has excellent coffee. And that is due to the elevation towards the volcano, the land that's very fertile as well. And we have what we call here Café de Altura, which is a very good quality coffee. It's part of the Arabica coffee tree, and there are different subspecies, and it's excellent. You have different producers, coffee producers in the region. So the one I brought you to is the one that's closest to the volcano, really at the foot of the volcano, and my favorite coffee. So it's a question of taste. There are different producers all around town, and that's one of the main products that Comala promotes is it's coffee, coffee and sweetbread and ponche.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell people what ponche is?
Yeah, ponche is an alcoholic beverage that's normally made with sugarcane alcohol and sometimes with mezcal. It's water-based, fruit-based, or milk-based, depending on your taste. If you want something creamier or if you want something more fruitier. And what's fun is when you come into town, you have all these shops that sell these ponche bottles, and you could go in and you can do tastings for free. So they have, my gosh, like about 20 different varieties, about like 10 with the water-based and 10 for the milk-based, and you can taste and get a bottle. I always recommend it, for a little. At sunset with a bit of ice in it, and it's actually a good it's a good little drink, little cocktail to start off your evening.
Okay. Now, you're telling us about where you've lived, where you give tours, but you helped me immensely. I wanted to do a tour of uh uh um not Comala. I didn't know anything about Comala. No. I wanted to do a tour of Colima, and I found you in a Facebook group, and you gave me perfect instructions on how to get there on a bus.
Yes.
Uh, can and you know where I am right now. I'm sitting in my little house. You know exactly the town. Can you? I just want I just want people to get an idea of how much you helped me. Can you tell the people the directions that you gave me to get to where you live?
Sure. So if you are leaving from the city of Guadalajara, the best bus
No,
station.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no. I live in El Arenal.
okay, en El Arenal. So en El Arenal, if you don't want to take a taxi and you want to take bus, you can take a bus that runs. It's the Tequila line, basically, that leaves from the town of Tequila into Guadalajara all the way downtown Guadalajara. However, if you do take that bus, and if you're coming from El Arenal or from the Tequila Valley, you would then probably hop off at the Zapopan bus terminal, and from there, my recommendation is. Oh no, you said that you were able to hop off right in front of the Tlaquepaque bus terminal, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so anyways, my understanding is that you can either jump off in front of the Zapopan bus terminal and take a taxi to the Tlaquepaque terminal. Now, it's not the Tlaquepaque bus station known as La Central Nueva. This one is located also in the municipality of Tlaquepaque, but it is a terminal, so it's a much smaller. It's on Periférico Sur, or next to the Tren Ligero, which is the light rail in the southern part of the city, right off of Lopez Mateos, which is the main road that will the highway that will bring you to Colima. So you have to take a bus from, or like the shorter way. You could take it from anywhere. Like you could take it from the main bus station in towards the east of the city, which is La Central Nueva. But that's going to add on an hour to your trip. So the best thing is to go into the Terminal de Tlaquepaque Periférico Sur, and that's very important to mention, that Periférico Sur, because if not, a lot of taxi drivers will think that you're going to be asking to go to the main bus station, which is La Central Nueva. So you're going to La Terminal Tlaquepaque Periférico Sur, and you can either take a bus with ETN, which is ETN, or La Línea,
Hmm.
or Primera Plus, and they have buses running pretty much every hour. And I personally recommend either ETN or La Línea because they have double-decker buses. and you can sit on top, and the drive to Colima is absolutely beautiful. It's very scenic. So if you have the opportunity, and it will take approximately 2 hours and a quarter if there isn't any traffic, of course, because leaving the city is always a bit complicated in Guadalajara, and that would be on average the time of the bus ride.
We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's Chicago time, Houston time. And we have people from all over the world talking about living in Mexico. Join us and have a good time. If you click the subscribe button, then you'll get a notification. And all you have to do is click the thumbnail and you'll be with us.
Okay. So you drive, you get into Colima, and then if you want to come to Comala, the only way is for a taxi. But there is a taxi stand at the Colima bus station, and they're very fair in their prices. In fact, taxis in Colima are pretty cheap compared to Guadalajara. So it should cost you about, I'd say at the most 150 pesos from the bus station to get to the small town of Comala.
And that's $7.50, which is very reasonable. Now, the great thing about the tour with you was at the end of the day, both days you says, well, do you want to go get something to eat now? And we ate some fabulous food. I'll show a video clip over this of where we ate in the menu. But that was day one. I mean, the food was excellent. But our last day, which was Tuesday afternoon, we went to a place on the plaza, and it's in English it would be, I guess you would call it snacks and drinks.
Right.
Can you tell us about what that whole concept is about, please?
So they're called botaneros, and botanero comes from the word botana in Spanish, and botana is translated to snacks, exactly like you said, Bill. Or if more commonly known, people will know them as like tapas, right? That's more of Spanish. I mean, from Spain. So the concept is you order a drink, either beer or lemonade or anything you want, and they will start bringing in these little small plates of traditional, whatever typical food from Comala. So it's a lot of tortilla based, flautas. They have the tostada with the guacamole and the ceviche, and they have a little the soup that what would you call it, like a crab soup.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
So like crab soup and some, and they had some tacos, and so the more you order the more drinks you order, the more tapas will be coming in, and so you're not paying for the tapas, you're only paying for your drink. So it's one of the big attractions, and it will be for Mexican lunch hour. So that would be between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. So that will be the schedule for the botaneros, basically.
Okay. Now you gave me an excellent tour the entire time I was with you. It was like I had taken drugs, everything that we were seeing, everything that you were telling me. It was just like, wow, wow, wow. It was almost too much. It wasn't too much, but it was, boy, did you earn your money. But you mentioned to me that you're venturing not only into doing tours, but it's like providing a service to help people maybe to move to the area and how to adapt to the culture. Can you tell us about that?
So with time, over time, and I think it's part of like basically all these years that I've been in Mexico, I've really learned a lot on Mexican culture. I've lived in different contexts and situations that have really been enriching for me, for me to learn and really have a deep understanding of Mexican culture. Starting off with having done a degree in sociology at the University of Guadalajara, and the focus of sociology and that program was really Mexican society. So that was a really enriching experience for me to have done university, studied university there in that program. But so over the years, I've accumulated a lot of this information, and one of the things that I've noticed amongst the expat community is this real interest for many, not everyone, but for many, to be able to integrate within the culture. Now, once you figured out, the legalities of, the immigration and real estate and all of the basics for you to, settle, then there's the culture aspect of, okay, now I'm here, or I'm planning on being here, but I want to connect with people. How do I do that? How do I get out of my bubble and connect with others so that I can have more enriching experiences, that not only coming and moving into a different country with a totally different culture, but how do I connect? And that's something that I've developed a program that I've been running for many years now. I started off with a group of Canadian teachers that would come down every year to work in a elementary and high school in Guadalajara, and the school would hire me to help these teachers integrate. So professionally speaking, they were just focused on their work and everything, but it was outside of school that they needed help, so that they would be happy and they would eventually stay longer to work, because it would cost the school a lot of money to bring these people down, and then realizing that maybe they weren't happy because they didn't integrate outside of the school time, because you have to balance, your lifestyle and professional side. And same for if you're coming and you're retired, you have to balance that, your everyday activities with, a bit of socializing, or, just being a part of the community you're in, if that's your wish, of course. And so this is what I've been offering, and now I'm focusing a little more on that aspect, is helping people give the information they would like to have if they're considering the move to Mexico, and how to immerse in the culture in an efficient way. And for those who have been here or who are here already and would like to, integrate even more, tips and information, helpful information on, lifestyle in Mexico. So that's what I offer. I help people also when they were considering a move to Guadalajara, or even specifically to Colima, Comala, to help them scout the region. Because a lot of the times, you arrive to a city or a place and you're like, okay, where do I go? What do I visit first, or what am I looking for, really? So I kind of help people scout out the region. I give them, practical information on the culture, on the local culture, on the general culture, and answer any doubts and questions they may have along the way, and just trying to, give a helping hand to people so that they feel that, their new lifestyle is actually going to be one that they're going to be able to enjoy.
Very good. Very good. Okay. I'm out of questions for now, and we will have all of your contact information below in the description. You have a website. We'll have your email address. I'm going to use the email address that starts out with info,
Yes,
and a website, and I'm going to put your phone number in there too. Is that okay?
that is fine. Yes.
Okay. So Lucie, thank you very much. It was, I tell you guys, if you're watching this video, if you can hook up with Lucie, Comala is a place I had never heard of because I wanted to learn about Colima. I fell in love with Comala. And also, if you want to take these tours of the volcano, the surrounding area, maybe Guadalajara, Lucie helped me get there, which was very easy. I had to take one bus, one taxi, then another bus, then another taxi. And Lucie helped me find a wonderful hotel. She gave me 2 options. It was all fabulous. She'll do everything. So you really need to contact Lucie. And Lucie, thank you for the wonderful tour. And thank you for this interview. And I'm sure that we will be seeing each other again. Adios, amiga.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. It was great meeting you and spending those 2 days with you as well.
You're very welcome.